Welcome back to Mad Take TV. I am Jeremy, the face you will see for the most part when you tune into this channel. I am here to talk some more about Path of Exile 2. Yeah, so on my last video, I just kind of like went over my new player experiences and stuff like that. I had some comments in the video when I tried to show some gameplay. The game just kept crashing, so I didn't actually get to show it. I uploaded another video of some gameplay, but it wasn't a big deal. It was just me kind of like stomping through a map. So, but I did actually seem to have gotten that fixed with a BIOS update. So if that at all works for you guys, go ahead and try that. I can't explain to you how to do it because I did not do it myself, but somebody else helped me out with that. So I just wanted to just say that, like, it was a BIOS update. It was probably to my motherboard, so that seemingly fixed it. I haven't had a crash since I had doing that. I've still been playing the shit out of the game. So yeah, but today the main focus of this video is I'm here to talk about the standard mode and the hardcore mode. So yeah, when you start playing Path of Exile 2, there is two modes you can choose from. There's a standard mode and a hardcore mode. The standard mode is basically just standard. Like, you go through the campaign. If you die, you just restart at a checkpoint. It's not a big deal. Dying isn't a huge deal. You go through and you gather all your currencies and everything, and all that remains. Hardcore mode is exactly the same game, except if you die, that character goes into standard mode, and you lose all of the equipment in the hardcore mode. So the two, like, your stashes, if you pay for all the stash tabs, you have all the same stash tabs in hardcore, but they're all empty, and that stash becomes your hardcore stash, and those stashes are not shared. So it's pretty cool the way they do it that way. So, like, it makes the item economy and everything in the game entirely different in the hardcore mode as opposed to the standard mode, which is cool. I was like almost done with the game. I got like 400 plus hours. I'm looking at it, 436 hours in the game right now. At about the 300 hour mark, I was getting a little like, it was super fun, but I was getting, ready to like kind of move on to a different game or, start playing something else or anything. So then one of my guild, the guild leader, Lampuma or Tom, he says to come play hardcore with us. So I started doing that. And the first couple times I went through, I died a couple times in the first act. It was just like, it was really frustrating, and I just didn't see. I was like, I don't understand like why this is fun, or like I don't get it. But like, it only took a couple more times, and I was like, all right, like it became like I got to do it now. Like, I got to get through the first act, or I got to get through this first boss, or I got to get through the next boss, and then you do it, and your hardcore character is still alive, and you're leveling up, and it's just like, it was like a whole different game, and it really just opened up the game again for a whole another 200 hours probably, or almost 200 hours now. So you start gathering through. So it's kind of cool. Like, when in the hardcore mode, when you die, when you start a new character, like, your stash is still there. So any like gear that you get, you want to like hold on to. Like, I filled all my stash tabs with gear, so now that like when I go back, I can like re-gear really quickly and breeze through the first act. It really makes you engage the game in an entirely different way. You have to like take it way more slowly. Like, the first time you go through it, you're just trying to get to the end game as fast as possible. With this mode, you are just trying to get to the next boss or stage or this and stay alive is the main goal. And everything, getting all your gear, you want to, like, I didn't pay attention. I did. I paid attention to all what the gear does and stuff like that, but you have to really, really pay way more attention in this mode. Every little bit counts. Every little thing helps. You can't get one shot by the bosses. So you really have to prep for battle when you're going against a boss. Like you have to make sure that you're leveled up. You have to, restart your instance and go through again in areas just to build experience until you can't get experience anymore. So you want to level up to like be a little level or over level to fight each boss. So it really, really makes you like take your time with the game. And it was just like, it wasn't something I expected to like, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So, yeah, it was just to get to experience that way. It was a lot of fun. Like I don't know how else to explain it. It really like I kept saying to one of the other guys we've been trying to get to play with us in hardcore. I've been trying to tell him it reset the fun for me. The game was already fun. Like I was having a ton of fun with it. The fun was kind of winding down. It wasn't like I started hating it or anything, but it was the fun was winding down, and it was just like the hardcore mode reset the fun for me. It made me try new characters. It made me try new skills. It made me try new combinations of armor and gear and like doing the like gearing up with like evasion and energy shield and making sure that you had every little bit you could get or you could squeeze out of your gear, because currency is like very, very scarce. So like when you get the currency, instead of like just saving it up like you would in the regular mode for like the end game, you're like every little exalted orb or regal orb matters because you could like upgrade this piece of gear that you got, like for example, I found a ring, and it had 30% cold resistance on it. And then I either augment orbed it or something like that, and it gave it another 17% cold resistance. So like this ring it's a blue ring, and it has 47% cold resist on it. So it's just like these little things like that. You're like, I don't know if you would have cared about that ring in the standard mode, but in the hardcore mode, it was like, oh shit, that's a big deal. And it really helps you, like, because it helped like get through the first boss. Like you had to have a lot of cold resistance, and that one little ring helped me like stack my cold resistance to be able to get through that first boss without too much trouble. So, yeah, it makes you look at the passive tree harder. It makes you read every node on the passive tree because, like I said, every stat, every addition to your attributes, every addition to your DPS, every addition to your armor, it all like matters. It seems like it matters way more because like in the standard mode, if you die, I can die now. I can figure out why I died, and then I can go back and re-gear. Like you can't do that in the hardcore mode. You have to like know what you're coming up against like before you get there. So you have to stack and prepare and make sure that like your resistances are set for the enemies that you're facing in the area, if it's a tough area, or in the boss room when you get in there. So, yeah, I mean, it really, like I said, I engaged with Act 1 and Act 2 of the campaign way harder than I engaged with it. I was like rushing through it first because I was trying to catch up with my buddies. They were all blowing past me, so I was trying to like catch up with them. I was, hitting the A button through the story stuff. This Switch like really made you just like engage with the game and like listen to the things that they're saying, or like memorize the locations of the things that you need to go do so you can like speed through the act the next one when you get killed, when you re-roll your character. So but the highest I've been so far is about level 40. It was like a little 40 or 42 or something. I went Invoker Monk. We ascended, we got to level 40, and we got to the Viper boss at the end of Act 3, and I died. And when I died in that boss fight, I didn't like leave the arena for the other two players, and one of my other guys got killed too. And I felt like horrible that I got his character killed because I just simply didn't leave the game. I kind of like sat back in my chair like, and I didn't hit like. So now I know you got to resurrect. So for all you players out there, if you're playing with multiple people, and even if you're just playing with two players, like you guys can't pause the game unless you pause it together. So if you get killed, back out instantly so that other player can pause the game. So because he was trying to pause the game, and he got killed because he couldn't pause it because I stayed in the match. So, shout out to Tove. Sorry, man, that we got your guy trounced there, but it's all right. We'll be back on soon together. It's fine. Again, it was just sorry. Oh yeah, so like I would like Sorry about that. This is all uncut because I don't know how to edit video. I'll figure it out eventually. So just thanks for sticking around if you did, for that little pause there. I was just reading some notes. Yeah, I just wanted, so like, I was out. Like, I would, and then we started playing hardcore, and the first couple characters, like, I'd play and I'd die and I'd, like, get left behind, and I'd be like, I'm not playing that anymore. I don't feel like it. Like, the next morning, I'd wake up and I'd be like, all right, I got to roll a new one and try to catch up. So I would roll a new character and keep rolling again. So I'm still having a ton of fun with the game. If you're thinking about trying the hardcore mode and you haven't yet, just jump in, man, and give it a shot. And next thing you know, I bet you'll find yourself digging through your stash to gear up your next character because you just lost your level 20 something, sorcerer or monk or whatever. But again, it made me engage with the game a whole different way. It renewed the fun for me. So I'm not saying that one's better than the other. Standard mode, I still go back to it and have fun. Like when I lost my character, I went right back to standard mode and just started like stomping through maps with my monk just because I wanted to like take out some aggression, because I had lost my other guy. But again, if you're thinking about trying it, give it a shot. It is a blast. If you're playing with other people, it's definitely a blast to like have 2 or 3 guys that you're running with and stick together and basically level up together. And then, it is, like I said, it's super heartbreaking when one of the characters dies. So but I don't know, it brings about a new level of carefulness, of palm sweatiness that you gotta like get through. And it really is a ton of fun. So again, if you're thinking about checking it out, check it out. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, man, engage in any way, shape, or form. It always helps, and it's just fun, man. I'm not trying to do this to, like, blow up or anything, but, this is fun. I'd like to engage with the RPG and ARPG community. And, yeah, man, so just go ahead and engage with the video. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. I'll try to get out as fast as I can. So thanks a lot, guys, for stopping by, and have a good one.